Hello viewers, here is a cheap DC fan made in China. Great. And there's no model number that I can see anywhere or brand. The only information is that it's a multi-use fan. And I'm kind of confused by this because it says 12 volts with 4 AA batteries, which is only 6 volts, or a 9 volts adapter. So I don't understand how it could take 6 volts but also 12 volts and also 9 volts. Like, they're just like 6 is only half as much power as 12. That's a really extreme difference, so I don't quite understand that, but I'm going to feed into it 12 volts from the AC or from the car DC adapter, because that's what was in the box with it that fit. I inherited this and a couple of other ones like it from my uncle, and I was told that he used to use these on his boat. This is probably at least 20 years old or more. Doesn't look like it was really ever used much. Although by looking at the blades, it seems like it can move a decent amount of air. The guard rotates. It looks like it has a bit of an angle to the slat, so it may rotate with the air movement from the blades. This had Duracell batteries in it when it came to me, and by some miracle they had not leaked yet. The batteries expired in 2003 and they were still not leaked, so that was nothing short of a miracle. Got a little on-off switch there, 1 speed. The angle adjusts, but it just kind of falls over when you tilt it back, so I'm not sure what purpose that serves. It looks like there's 2 holes. Maybe you could screw it to something, screw it to a wall or a table or whatever. Now let's go ahead and see what happens. I'll plug this thing in and we'll give it the 12 volts. I guess the worst that would happen is the motor blows up and I'll have to try to replace it. It doesn't look like it's anything like an odd shape or whatever. I'm just gonna ghetto rig this on here because it's cold and I don't feel like testing it out in the car. Now I know it's fall, but we should not be having leaves falling within this house here. That's kind of ridiculous. Okay, so just rig this up here. This should be good enough just for the test. May not make a super good connection, but should make enough of a connection for this to get through the test. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and plug this in now. Now let's see what transpires. Nothing's going to transpire because the power bar is unplugged. Okay, now let's see what transpires. Oh, nothing, because the switch is off. This is a very uneventful video here thus far. Alright, here we go. On. No. It's not working. Huh. That's disappointing. It's drawing a couple of watts, so the power supply I think is working. Motor's free, the blades are turning freely. Huh, okay. Well, let's get the meter out and see if we're getting any power to it. Alright, let's see what we have here. Are you seeing it okay? Alright, that'll do. Okay, we're not getting any power to this, so I must not have made the connection quite correctly when I rigged this up. Okay, I believe the issue has been resolved. So let's see if we're getting any volts now. We are. Okay, so now that I know we're getting voltage on here, let's go ahead and try to reconnect this up again. This connection is going to be super sketchy. I'll switch this off. Okay, that should do it. Let's try this again. Jeez. Okay. Well, it's awfully loud, that's for sure. But it does move a decent amount of air. I don't think that rotating guard is really helping anything. And the performance is not bad. It really does output a decent amount of air, but not for the noise level. It's decent performance for the size, but it's very loud. If that rotated a little bit more slowly, then it would spread the air much more nicely. Like if it rotated maybe at that speed, then I could see it doing a good job spreading the air, but it goes so fast it seems to almost negate its purpose. See, the airstream is much stronger if it just stays in one place. So I think that's kind of a design flaw. Apparently it strikes the guard as it slows down. I suspect that that blade didn't have the guard on it, it would move a tremendous amount of air, because it's got a decent amount of pitch to it, and the aerodynamics of the blade seem decent, but the box that it's in the guard probably make it very noisy. Well, that's that. It's kind of neat. I think if I was to use it, I'd probably like jam a piece of paper in there or something to stop the guard from moving around, because it's not really helping anything.